Hey, what's up, everybody? So, here today to talk to you guys about the AP class to all you sophomores thinking about taking AP English next year as juniors. I want to start out by giving you guys a little bit of what I thought when I first enrolled in taking the class. So, a lot of you guys have, I think, Miss Miller or Mr. Mosley or whatever for your English class. I don't know if you have honors, probably honors since you're thinking about taking the AP class. And I took the same class last year, and coming in, I thought, we're going to do a lot of the same stuff. We're going to read a lot of stories, talk about it in class and stuff like that, do a small paper over it, whatever, no big deal. But turns out that I was completely wrong. I expected to come through here and just kind of breeze through English like I had all my life, because I've got A's, been an A student in English and everything like that, so I thought it'd be pretty easy, but turns out that was completely wrong because that's just the way AP set up. So to start it off with, the last day of school, of course, told us we had a summer assignment, and it was like in a packet. It was like not like that thick, but probably about that thick. An outline, like our instructions for our summer assignment, and what that was we had to read the book Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, and we had to do a rhetorical analysis. And I never heard of what that was in my life. I never heard of that. That sounded like something completely crazy. When the packet went on to explain it, the way it explained it was like completely crazy. It used words I didn't know, and it was written like a president in the 1900s wrote it. I don't know. It was crazy. Anyway, but I had it, and it was just a really intimidating thing because not only did you have to do the rhetorical analysis, but you had to write another paper. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was another smaller writing assignment that you had to do, and the whole thing was intimidating, so I waited, of course, to the last minute to even look at it. But I read the book like a while before just to get it out of the way, but then I didn't start writing my paper until probably the last 2 weeks of school. I didn't even end up turning it into like the third day of school anyways. So that was probably not the best idea. I didn't really go to the teacher and ask for help or anything like that on it. But when you start out, expect to have a learning curve. Don't expect to come in and do as good as you've done in the past in English. Because for me especially, it was really hard because I think I'm a decent writer, but especially when you're writing something that you've never heard of before, it gets pretty tricky. And like my grades to start out this year in English class, I was getting like D's on papers, and I was lucky to get like a C+, and that was good for me. So that's part of the learning curve I've had. Another thing is just like the reading. It like forces you to look at stuff in a different way, like not just reading a passage and then asking questions you can find directly in the passage. It's more, what do you think? And like every test has questions, multiple choice questions, and if you thought about it long enough, you could find any of the multiple choice questions, you could have an answer, and you could find an answer for any of those would work. So that's another reason why APs gets pretty difficult. So one of the things that I really like though about the AP class is the discussions we have. We don't just like take what it is, turn it in, move on to the next assignment. We talk about stuff, and that's kind of helpful. If you like to talk, if you don't like to talk, you can at least hear other people's opinions and stuff like that and get ideas. But that's probably like the biggest thing I say to take away from it is like learning to discuss and like hear what other people have to say and using that also. So if I got to give you like any lasting advice, last words, incoming sophomores, incoming juniors, whatever, that would probably be to not wait till the last minute to do things. Get a jump on it, get involved, ask questions if you have them, and just don't be afraid to talk to people. You got all the people in the class are going to go through the struggle with you. It's going to get hard, but just don't drop out, man. Keep going with it, and you'll start to do better. Alright, thanks, and good luck.